Y'all, I went thrift book shopping. I spent $141. I bought 51 books. 51 books. Like, I have a problem. Are you guys ready to see them all? Okay, so let's get started. I always notice this like little mess that I leave on this dresser every time I film a video. So like, I'm really sorry if that's not appealing. Right now my phone rests on a stack of books. So I'm working on it. We're working out the kinks, okay? So as some of you know, I posted a video on Friday about incomplete series. So part of this thrift store haul was definitely me going out to try and find books to complete series that I already had on my shelf, because I don't want to read the series until I have the rest of the books, because I don't want to wait, because I'm impatient. So without further ado, let's get started. The first set of books I picked up were a couple of Janet Evanovich. I read her 25th book and it was in my September wrap-up. She has a book series about a bounty hunter who is sort of eccentric. I described all of that in the wrap-up if you wanted to learn more about book 25, but I ended up picking up book 8. This bottom shelf right here has the books. 2 of these books are hardcover, in which I replaced, I believe, both of them this weekend. I picked up both and saw, like, I found them in paperback, just so that way they all kind of match. So we picked up 8. We picked up 7, which was missing from the collection. We picked up 11 on top. Smoking 17. Fearless 14. One for the Money, and Explosive 18. So 17 and 18 were the 2 books that needed to be replaced. Sorry, I'm just tossing them on the floor here. Next, I want all these to fall. I picked up 3 of the Lemony Snicket Unfortunate Events books I was missing. So this is book 11, 12, and 13. I believe I am just missing book 10 right now. I'm hoping to find book 10 in hardcover, although I'm not a real big fan of hardcover. Books 1 through 9 are in hardcover, so I'd rather try to keep them all uniformed. Next was not on my list to get, but I started to collect them. I've heard a bunch of booktubers talking about this author, Riordan. I'm sure you guys all know who this is. The Lightning Thief is book 1 in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So I picked up all 5. I found them at various thrift stores. So the book 1, book 2 is the Sea of Monsters. Book 3 is the Titan's Curse. Book 4 is Battle of Labyrinth. I don't know. And the last Olympian is book 5. I went out with the intention of completing series, and the only series I completed were ones that I never was going to buy in the first place. I still have books to complete out of the series I set out to complete. If you want to know what other books I was looking to complete a series, check out my incomplete series book video. I will post that link in the description box below. Next, I picked up the Hunger Games. They were $4.99 each. Actually, I paid like 15 bucks for all 3. I love the covers of these ones. The aesthetic is beautiful. So the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. I have never read these books, so I'm super excited to finally give them a read and check them out. The next book series I picked up was the Maze Runner series, Maze Runner, Scorched Tales, and The Death Cure. My best friend who came out shopping with me this weekend and was a big help, Alicia, she helped me find all of these books, but she also said that this was a great series, so I'm excited to give it a read. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm behind in the times, guys. The next set of books that I was not intentional on picking up, but I did watch some of the Netflix series before it got a little weird, was the 100. So I found all of these, and they were classified as kids books at Talese, so they were $1.49 each. So we have the 100 Homecoming, we have the 100 Rebellion, we have just the 100, and we have the 100 Day 21. So I'm gonna organize them, see if I'm missing any in the series before I give them a read. Hopefully they're better than the TV series, because the TV series got a little weird and I had to stop watching it. Next, I picked up two Incarcion and Safarik. That's probably not even correct. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but this is book 1 and 2 in this series. The back of this sounded great. It basically follows a boy who has been incarcerated his entire life. He does not know the world outside, and he meets up with this girl named Claudia, who her father is the warden of the prison he's in, and the two of them try to escape. So I'm super excited to give this a read, and this is obviously book 2. I don't want to read the back of book 2 without reading book 1 first, because I don't want to spoil anything for myself. The next set of books that I got, part of the Pretty Little Liars series that I'm trying to complete. So we got Heartless, we got Wanted, we got Ruthless, and Stunning. Also, I got The Couple Next Door. I love this $20 sticker that's here and the $2.99 sticker that's right here. I've heard a couple of reviews about this book, so I'm super excited to give it a read. I'm pretty sure this is a standalone, which will be a nice change from the series that I've been reading. Okay, so the next books I got were The Chamber of Secrets, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and The Goblet of Fire in the Harry Potter series. I'm looking for them all in paperback, so I'm sort of holding out for that. But these all were in pretty great condition. So hopefully I can get the rest of them collected. I do have another little miniature haul scheduled for the end of this month. And hopefully I can find the rest of this series and be able to finally read it and catch up with everybody else. The next books I'm going to show you, I collect the Mary-Kate and Ashley books, so I have a list of the ones that I am missing and the ones that I need. These are the ones I got: Two of a Kind Diaries, Calling All Boys, Two of a Kind Diaries, Santa's Girls, Two of a Kind, One Twin Too Many, The New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, The Case of the Ballet Bandit, The New Adventures, The Dog Show Mystery, Adventures, Tattooed Cat, and then the originals. I'm always so excited when I find these ones because they're so much older. I mean, I'm 25. I was born in 1994, and the Olsen twins were basically already started in Full House by that time. This is The Case of the U.S. Navy Adventure and The Case of the Shark Encounter. So I actually try to read one of these books in between each adult book or young adult book that I read, just to kind of like give myself a break and have a reason to have them all collected. Like, why? What if I'm not gonna read them all? The remaining of the books aren't part of any series. I did not intend on picking them up, but I came across them and I picked them up anyways. This book, Stolen, I read this. My best friend in elementary school or high school, I think it was, lent this to me. Stolen, this is basically about a guy who is following around a girl and ends up kidnapping her, in which he brings her to, I believe it's a desert, and he's like holding her hostage, and she ends up falling in love with him and wanting to stay there. Stolen is the Name by Lucy Christopher. I just realized I did not name any of the other authors in this haul, and I'm so sorry, I'm new. But the list of books I got will be down in the description box below for anybody who has any questions. Next, I got Lies, a Gone novel. Judging by the fact that it says a Gone novel, I'm assuming this is probably the second book in the series. Michael Grant is the author, so I will have to check online and see. That would be my luck out there to complete series, excuse me, and I end up buying one that's not completed. I also got 13 Reasons Why. I am a big fan of the Netflix adaptation. I have never read the book. I didn't know what it was before Netflix. I didn't know there was a book. So I'm super excited to give that a read and see the differences and the plot, really, because I know I've heard some differences already on what they are. So I also picked up Lisa Gardner, Crash and Burn. I've talked about her in my September wrap-up. I read her other book, Nothing to Fear. This book follows a different detective, so I'm super excited to read what happens in here. Her books are always so good, and it's a nice little mystery. I also picked up, under Alicia's recommendation, Gone Girl. I have actually not seen the movie. I'm pretty bad at stuff like that. I more so watch like Netflix series as opposed to movies, so I'm interested in giving this a read. She said it was super good. I'm sure everybody already knows what it's about. If you don't, you can hear about it in one of my wrap-ups, or you could just look it up and read it, right? It's not a big deal. Coming to the end here, I have Lisa Jackson, Chosen to Die. My mom picked this book out for me. She said if I liked Lisa Gardner, then I would also like Lisa Jackson. So I'm super excited to give her a shot. I also picked up, I have a ton of Chicken Noodle Soup books. And now thinking about it, I think I actually have this, Shaping the New You. I'm really gonna have to double check the shelf now that I think about it. But I also picked up Country Soul. I absolutely love country music. I own like 5 pairs of cowboy boots, and although I live on the outskirts of the city, I definitely like to think of myself as like a little country girl at heart and all my country music. But yeah, so that is it. Those are all of the books, all 51 of them that I picked up. I think we did the math and it ends up being like $2.76 a book, which is absolutely incredible, giving those books a second home. So I am going to take the rest of this time to write out what I need to put in these description boxes, as well as reorganize all of my bookshelves. There's like gaps here because I have series collecting. This is actually Susan Mallory, but I'm gonna have to rearrange now for all of the new little gems that I picked up over the weekend. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day.